Hello, everybody. My name is Jessie Tarian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I'm located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room, we do all things paper craft. Hello, welcome. If you're joining me from YouTube and you have a good time, do all the YouTubey things like subscribe, leave me a comment over there because I'll probably chat with you back. Now, how is everybody doing? Let me find myself. Yes, I am on. Phenomenal. And we already have people in the chat. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? You're the first one. How was your week? I've had a day. Okay, I've had a day. If such a day that I had to make a cup of coffee because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get through this. Like, I have a doctor's appointment Monday. They told me I didn't need labs. Then the receptionist called and said I did need labs. Fine. So we called yesterday to get an appointment, and it wasn't until this afternoon. But the bad thing was I had to fast. I'm a diabetic. Your girl, she can't go without snacking or else my sugar just dumps. So I was really low all day, just felt low energy like crap-a-doony. Long story short, got my labs, so I'm all good to go for Monday, but I still kind of feel, hey, Karen, welcome in. So I grabbed my what would Dolly do? Because what would Dolly do? She would have a cup of coffee and, get it together. I feel. I feel like I would be besties with her, and that's what she would tell me. Like, honey, get it together. Yes, girl, yes, I'm getting it together. So there you go. But I am thankful that I don't have anything paranormal tonight because I really don't think I could do it. And I have to prepare because tomorrow we're doing a in-person stamp class. So it's not really a class, it's just card making event. So excited to be with all my besties. And I will get my energy back up for that. Don't you worry, ladies. Hey Pam, hey Cheryl, hey Tammy, hey Mom. How you doing? Okay, let me take one more sip and then I'm going to get my life together, okay? Okay, it's too good, guys. All right, let me show you the card. I'm going to stop being weird. I think enough of us are on. We have 8 people on already. Girls, you are on it. Thank you. Okay, here's the card for tonight. We're using the Fragrant layers again. Bam, look at that. See that? I feel like we've done this before. The only thing is with this card, I don't know, it does this creasing and I didn't crease that. I don't remember having to crease the front cover, but when it's open, I'm not mad at it. See what I'm saying? Sorry, I can't see myself in the card. It's just a nice crisp line. But when you do yours, um, if you want more of a crisp line, you could score your front cover in half. The thing with that is we're punching that middle section out and it might weaken the integrity of it until you get it all put together. So I'm not going to score the front cover. Let me just put that out there. But you try it, you let me know. How's everybody doing? Are you happy it's Friday? Are you excited for the weekend? Hey, Brenda, welcome in, my friend. I'm excited to see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to get down. We're going to get started. I have a ton to show you tonight with the techniques in that and 2 more cards. So let's get this show on the road, shall we? Okay, let me move over. I'm going to get myself situated. Okay, so now you have the fun little peeky behind the scenes thing. And if I do anything weird, you're not allowed to comment on it, okay? Because we all know I'm weird. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I have two more birthday cards to show you, and I apologize. They were in a different spot, and when I was cleaning up today, I went, oh, dang it. So this is from Pam. I love this card. It is so pretty. I love the layers. A big butterfly fan. And then that, I don't know if you, yeah, you can see it. See all that gold? It's so pretty. So that was one. That was from Pam. Thank you. And Pam spoiled me. She is a crafter of all sorts, not just card making. And she made me a Harry Potter bag, a Harry Potter covered tissue holder for my purse. I'm always carrying little tissues. And then a compact mirror that she covered with Harry Potter cloth. So I'll have to pull them out and show you. And she gave me a ton of stuff. Like that was the tip of the iceberg. But thank you so much. And she's teasing she has one more thing for me, which is crazy. You can't spoil me like this. And then I got this card from Deborah Clark. And no, I'm sorry, Michelle Davis. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. You know how I am. Michelle Davis. I'm obsessed with this because of all the layering she did. She's such my besties. You guys kill it with card making. I have to say, I get nervous to send you things because yours are so good. I feel like mine are not. And that's the honest to God truth. And then had this stamp in here that was so cute. I just wanted to show it to you. This is your fat-free, sugar-free, gluten-free, carb-free, caffeine-free, peanut-free, dairy-free birthday card. I just thought that was the funniest thing ever. She gets my sense of humor, you know what I'm saying? And then I wanted to show you this too. She puts these on the fronts of her cards so the card doesn't get damaged due to the mail. A handmade card is a hug you get to keep. And it just explains why the paper is there. It is so cute. I'm going to save that paper and use it again. So thank you, ladies, for making my birthday phenomenal. Okay, I'm trying to like do things. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Here's a close-up of the card. And like I was saying, there's where that little fold, it just naturally happens. This is a great card for display. We're going to work with the fragrant flowers again. And I pulled in the textured note dies. If you have these dies, you can use any rectangle. And I put the size it is, but you can kind of customize it to what you have available. Or you can use your cut and score to cut a box out. Either way would work, but this is super convenient and easy. And so you would use the third largest one. So if you go 1, 2, 3, that's the size you would need. Okay. So I pre-did some of our stuff, but not a lot of it because I wanted you to see how I cut and all that good stuff. Okay. So here we go. We have an A2 card base. So 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4.25. We do this almost every card. Do not fold it. Wait until after we cut the box out. Okay, it'll make it easier. Then I've got our little pieces. I have a piece of white that I am going to cut out. And I'm also going to be doing the fragrant layer. Sorry, I don't know where to look now. It's very confusing for my brain. Um, we're also going to be using that die, okay? And then I have some other pieces, and I will show you those when we use them. So let me pull in Laverne. Boom. Now, besties, if you have wonky plates, which happens, that's normal, um, I suggest that you use a piece of tape, washi tape, or mint tape, or a post-it note just to kind of secure your die down where you want it. We all know I don't got time for that. And I like to live on the wild side because I am in Vegas. I like to gamble, if you will. But on your cards, I don't want you to get frustrated. So definitely secure it, especially if your plates are getting older. Okay, so now we have that nice frame cut out. I'm going to take my layered die. There's a shadow, so I got to see what I'm doing. And I'm going to put it as straight as you can up towards the top. It's a little bit smaller than your piece, and that's okay. You want that because we're going to put the sentiment underneath it. Okay. Okay. Get my workout. Thank God I had coffee, right? Okay. So you know how to do it. Just pop your little pieces out. I'll take the pick after that in a sec. But we got a lot of it out. Okay, I actually got it in the can. A lot of times I just throw it on the floor. We don't know why. I'm in a rush, that's why. Okay, so now I'm going to take my card base and I want to put the box on the front cover. So use the score line to kind of gauge the front, and then you're going to take the textured note die again. You're going to put it right in the center of your paper. Try to keep it straight. Try to have it even on the sides. Use that score mark. Looks good. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it pretty good, you know. And now we're going to cut through. Okay. You know what, guys? I did it backwards, and I just realized that. So I was supposed to cut the fragrant. This is what happens when you do your things so early in the morning, you can't remember what you did. I was supposed to do this layer here. And I really, for the technique I want to show, I'm just going to run it through. We're just going to redo that one piece real quick. It's fine. We got time, right? But I want to show it to you, you know, correct and not all crazy. And you'd be like, what are you talking about, girl? Nobody knows. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the reason we want to do this on the green piece is, and they almost all came out. It's like the paper knew, like, Jess, you're making a mistake. What are you doing with your life? Okay, is because we're going to use that white piece as our bottom layer and we're going to stamp on it. And I don't know why my brain didn't say, like, stop, what are you doing? But, and then this is the frame for the top. Okay. So, just a little recap in case you're like, what happened? I cut the layer frame out of the wrong layer. So I'm just going to cut another white rectangle. Now this one, technically, you could just cut to size with your paper trimmer because, grab a piece of paper real quick, because it's just a rectangle and you're not going to see the fancy edge. But just for time, since I've already made a little gaff, we're gonna, a little oops-a-daisy, if you will. I have an electric one of these where it'll like feed it through, and it's really hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm using thick cardstock. It's just harder to do. All right. Anyway, I was like, man, I don't use it a lot because it's for 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. But when I have like big projects, I'm throwing a lot of things through. It's so much easier just to throw it through with an electric feed. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because all I could think about was, man, I could be drinking coffee right now. Okay, I think that's what it is. I just need more coffee. Okay, so we have our pieces cut out. We can use this for another card. And we're back on track. I am going to bring out my stamping platform. And the reason is I don't grab this a lot because I'm an impatient lady and I don't like to fuss. I just want to get it done, right? But two-step stamping is hard for me to line up visually. Very hard. And we all know, we've seen me struggle bus with it. This makes it seamless. And I was like, why haven't I been doing this? I mean, I have the old stamp positioner, but I just never grab it. This I grabbed for. Now, I got the grid paper. So this is how it comes, and the grid's on the top plate, okay? So when you're doing this, you can see the grid, which is great. However, if you're doing more than one project and you want to keep putting your paper in the same spot, it's hard to do that unless you can see your grid. So, highly recommend getting a pack, if you're going to get this, of the grid paper. You can use it a ton of times. It comes in a pack of 50, so I will have this forever. Ever and ever and ever. But the first time I demonstrated, I forgot to grab that. So it was a sleeper. I'm glad I did. Now, a couple things. Pick where you want your paper to be positioned. Okay. And so I don't forget, because we all know I have a brain like a goldfish. I forget everything. I'm just going to make a little note where I want it on my grid. And that way, when I go back and forth, or if it shimmies, my stamps are new, so they're very sticky. And when I place it and I pull it up, it's going to wiggle a little bit. It's going to wiggle my paper. So that's why I do that. Okay. Let me put this down. Now, I'm thinking, can't you see the smoke? All right. I'm going to use this piece real quick for placement purposes. So I'm going to line it up like this because I want to stamp the color inside my petals. Okay. So I'm going to line it up like this. And grab my stamp set. And you want this stamp right here, the one where the color is going to stick to it, not the outline. I mean, you could do the outline first, but I always find it's easier to do my solid color first and then put my outline over top. So I'm going to line this up with the frame. Put it right on top so that it matches it. See that? Now I'm going to take and put my platform on there and push down and rub a little bit. This is going to pick up my stamp, okay? Now see, it's sticky, kind of bowed that paper. It's okay. I would have to reposition it anyway because we don't want to stamp on this. So we get that out of the way. Now make sure your paper is where you want it. And do that. Now, I am going to grab some yellow Daffodil Delight. And see how I'm just dabbing it? Just lightly tap, tap, tap. Kiss, kiss, kiss. You don't need to crush it, okay? These stamps are designed to pick up the paper. Make sure you didn't wiggle your paper if you did what I did. There we go. Okay. We'll get there. Okay. Kind of give it a quick look-see. That's where I want it. Press it down. It's light pressure. I'm really just giving the stamp time for the ink to soak into the paper. So you don't have to crush it. Pull it up. And that looks pretty good to me. But if you want it darker or you missed a spot, re-ink and do it again. That's all you have to do, okay? Now, here is where the magic is going to happen, I feel. Let me clean this up real quick. So I'm just going to take a stamp chamois, run that over, get any ink off the platform where I got it and didn't want it. We're going to pull that off. And now we're going to take the outline stamp. Make sure you have it right. And take your time and line it up. Wiggle it in place so I can see the yellow through the clear stamp. Now I'm going to pick it up. Okay? And same process, just make sure it didn't pull too badly, but that should be good. Yeah, I'm going to take some black memento. I'm going to ink up again. I touched it. Okay. Now, the nice thing about this is it doesn't just touch your paper. So you have time to kind of eyeball it and make sure your paper is positioned correctly and that it looks lined up. I know that's a little light for camera, but it looks pretty good to me. So we're going to go for it. Now, when I was doing it for the example card, it was perfection. This one is a little bit off. It is off, but that's because the lights are bright and I can't see very well. Trust me, yours will be perfect. And this one, honestly, was just flawless. But I made my flowers darker, so it was easier for me visually to line it up. So that's a tip if you have um, eye issues. Now, when I line up my layers, and because I did it kind of offset, make sure that your image lines up because I'm going to just trim that little bit off because nobody's going to see it. Okay. And then it'll look perfect. But I want to do a couple things before I'm ready for that. I'm just going to grab and I'm going to color in my leaves. Now this isn't really blending. It's just getting some color down on the paper. So what is everybody doing this weekend? Do you have anything exciting going on? Or you're working on any projects? What's up? I am anxiously awaiting my pre-order. It got shipped yesterday. Or no, today. So I had a few more days. Now it's coming from Utah, which is a state away. They're usually pretty quick, so I know I'm going to get it next week. Okay. And I just wanted the centers to have some kind of color. So I'm just hitting it with some crumb cake. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put that aside for a second. And we're going to work on our card. Oops, what's it called? I want to say a card frame, but it's the card base. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to stamp on this. It's okay. What I want to do is I want to put some leaves on this just for some texture, some interest, you know, for funsies. And it's right in front of you, Jess. What are you doing? Nobody knows. I'm going to use this one. Okay. So this is Mossy Meadow cardstock, and I'm going to use Mossy Meadow ink. So it's kind of like just a color on color, but it'll show up. And what you want to do is keep moving your leaves so they're never in the same direction, you know, kind of off stamp them a little bit like that, and just go around the whole frame. They don't have to be perfect. Okay, now, so you don't get it on the back cover, we're going to go ahead and crease that down. And now we can finish it up. Okay, there we go. Isn't that cute? It's those little details that I feel really kick it up a notch. Just, that little something. Okay, let me clean up my workstation. I'm very organized, and as I get creating, it gets more chaotic. Okay, so now we have a white mat at 5¼ by 4, and I want you to just go ahead and secure that in either with wet or dry adhesive. It doesn't matter. Oh, thank you for the hearts, guys. Okay. Now grab your bone folder. You're going to grab a piece of cardstock at 5 by 8 and you're going to score it at 2, 4, and 6. Okay. And then we're going to fold and score. And I feel like we're going to do valley, valley, or no, mountain, mountain, valley fold. Okay. Mountain, mountain, valley. On this piece, if I can find what I did with it, we're gonna just put some leaves to carry out the theme. And then I'm going to put my sentiment in there. So I think I had to put It's Your Day in. I wanted to put It's Your Day on the outside, but it was the other saying, the So Happy For You, was way too long. So we flipped them. It's no big deal. It works. It works either way. Just whatever sentiment you're using, make sure it fits. Okay. Ink that in. Now, this just fits, but my exclamation mark was off. That's okay. I'm not mad at it. Now, I'm going to grab some adhesive, and on the part you just stamped, You're going to add some glue. That was excessive glue. It'll be okay. And you're going to mat it to the yellow. Okay. So I used liquid so I had a little wiggle time. Okay. And you're going to do about a quarter, I don't know, a little bit around the whole thing in yellow. Now take your white part, fold it down and flat. Okay. So this right here, this crease is going to be flat for now. Make sure that you can close this easily. See how this is kind of catching a little bit? I'm going to trim a little bit off. My first card, it fit. It just depends on where you start and place that piece. It's going to have a little bit of a wiggle. Instead of the card not folding properly, it's easier just to take a trim and make sure it fits. And it's not going to affect the composition of the card. So don't worry about that. So I'm just going to come in here and take a quarter of an inch just to be careful off. Now, like I said, for you, you might not have to do that. For it just depends on where you put it. Okay, we got it. Now I'm going to lay this flat and I'm going to put some adhesive right on the white from top to bottom. Don't put it on the yellow though. And you're going to close it and you're going to crease that down good. Just give it a good varnish, okay? Now our card is together. The pop-up element is in place. Okay? Let's work with this little thing. I want to line up my flowers. I could do it like that. They're going to be offset. That doesn't look cute. So I'm just going to trim with my scissor a little off the back and side. Nobody's really going to see that. And like I said, when I did it for my example, because I was right down on top of it, it was perfect. But it's kind of hard when I'm sitting back doing things. And I don't want to get my head in the shot. Nobody has time for that. Okay. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. See how minute that is? It will hold, I promise you. Now, line it up as best you can. That looks good. Make sure you don't have any glue where you don't want it. I'm going to take my scissors, just trim a little bit off. Okay, so now I have my front panel where it's looking cute. Gave her a little haircut. And then over glued. Okay. There we go. Now, you're going to want to secure your front panel on the right hand underside, okay? So put some adhesive here, not here. Fit that back in. Oh, what is happening? Oh, hold on, guys. I'm very impatient. There we go. So flat, open, flat. See? This piece has movement now. All right, I want to put some cute DSP there. So I've got a mat in yellow, and then I grabbed a piece of designer series paper. And I didn't put, I put an eighth. So it becomes like a 16th of it, just a tiny peekaboo yellow poking through. But it's just bringing that color into your project, you know? Slide it into place. Perfect. Okay. And we're using our little label again. Lord, I've lost my stance. What do I do? Is it under here? This is the part of the day when I go, forget it. I don't care. How could it have become missing? We're right here. Gotta be here. It's me. It's me. I'm the problem. I really don't know where to put it. Is it here? No, this is this one. Oh, I'm getting mad. I'm getting frustrated. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I don't know what to do. I don't have it. You know, some days, besties, it's just like that. And this is definitely one of them. Crap doodle, could you just jump up and bite me? It's right on the desk. Why didn't you tell me? I'm tired. I am tired. That's what it is. I'll be fine. I'll take a nice sleep. We'll be fine. My puppy, my dog, not a puppy, my dog, she's an elderly dog. She didn't have a great night last night. She woke me up at like 4:30. Her tummy was bothering her. And on top of having to fast and all this craziness with my sugar because of that, I've been up forever. So, one of those days, you know. But I think I don't know, she's been sleeping all day and she hasn't eaten. I'm hoping she feels better to eat some dinner. That's the hope. We'll see. But anyway, that's why I'm not my normal peppy step self. I just am tired. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down. Now notice it's off, right? So you only want to put glue on the top and bottom. Let this hang. It's not going to curl. It'll be okay. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals and I'm going to pop two down. Like that. Try to get it straight. It's not a requirement, but you know, it would be nice. And then we're going to take our gems and I don't know, I just like to have those holes filled. You know what I'm saying? Use this one. And then we're going to bring in that crumb cake with our dots from the DSP that we put inside. So we're, you know, coming full circle with our color palette, right? So we have that crumb cake inside, crumb cake on the outside, crumb cake in the little things, brings it all together. All right, we did it. We did it. I only lost one thing and my mind for about half a second. I thought we were going to have one of those YouTube worthy moments where I like flipped the desk and lost it and was just like, nobody has time for that. I don't even have the energy for that. What are you going to do? So that is it. We have done our two cards. I'll catch up on the chat real quick. There we go. See how that naturally just kind of bends? But it looks good. You know, it doesn't look messy. At least I don't think. So there we go. Two cards done. Thank you for the hearts. Hey, Terry, welcome in. Happy Friday. You're waiting for your pre-order too? Yes. Okay, tomorrow we're going to have to discuss what you purchased. I purchased damn near everything. Not really, but at least half. A good half, for sure. Isn't it pretty, Cheryl? I'm really digging it too. I have all these beautiful stamp sets and I get hyper focused on one thing and they get lost in the shuffle and then I move on. So I'm like, I'm not doing that this time. We're doing them. So I'm so glad I didn't sleep on that. All right, guys, I got to get off of here. I got to take care of my puppy. I got to get dinner done. I got to prepare for tomorrow. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a phenomenal weekend, and I'll see you in the comments.